In our last segment, we met some Scientologists who chose to leave the church and heard the allegations of harassment from those who say they suffered because they spoke out against the church. It is important to emphasize again that even as those critics do battle with church leaders, many of them still believe in the teachings of Scientology. So, what is Scientology? Where did it come from and why all the mystery? Kate Snow continues her reporting.
This is the birthplace of Scientology, an old house on the Jersey Shore. In 1950, L. Ron Hubbard, a former Navy officer and science fiction author, wrote a self-help book here called Dianetics. It became a bestseller and the foundation for the teachings of Scientology.
Take an individual and put them in a position where they can confront their own problems and solve their own problems and so bring themselves up by their own bootstraps.
Scientologists believe man to be basically good and that his spiritual salvation depends upon himself. The path to enlightenment begins at Scientology centers all over the world. Members go into a small room for a kind of spiritual counseling called auditing.
That is where you actually get rid of the unwanted emotions and unwanted habits, psychosomatic illnesses.
This video from Scientology's website explains the tool used for auditing, a machine with handles which, when gripped, are said to measure a person's emotions.
Used in auditing is an instrument called an e-meter, which really helps a person to locate areas of pain and trauma that you may not be totally aware of.
The first goal in Scientology is going clear, or clearing the mind to be ready for what's next. Once clear, Scientologists believe a person can then ascend to higher and higher spiritual levels. They call it becoming an operating Phaeton.
If you want to go up the bridge and up these ranks of operating Phaeton 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Kim Masters is an editor for The Hollywood Reporter who's written extensively about the church.
You believe you are freeing the world of negative influences that are hugely destructive, and so you're saving people's lives and literally saving the planet.
Scientology teaches human souls don't just exist in this lifetime, but that they've been through past lives and live on for eternity. The church provided NBC News with this footage showing the humanitarian work Scientologists perform around the world. On its website, the church has posted testimonials from everyday people.
My name is Alex, and I'm a baseball player, and I'm a Scientologist.
But it's a religion best known for its celebrities.
I found Scientology, and that gave me a kind of sanity.
In 2007, a BBC reporter challenged some of those celebrities on whether Scientology is a cult.
It's a sinister, brainwashing cult.
Would you ever sit with a Jew and tell them that their religion was a cult?
Do I look brainwashed to you? How dare you?
It is not a church in the classical sense with traditional worship or communion or prayer. They do believe in a godlike force, though not a defined deity. They don't read the Bible, but Scientologists consider L. Ron Hubbard's writings their scripture. They turn his books and CDs out by the millions. And back at the Jersey Shore, that house, the church website says, is fully restored and now open for tours.
Kate Snow, so many counter-indications to me. The celebrity aspect of the religion, the secrecy, all those windows covered with reflective foil, and yet now also the transparency on the web and elsewhere.
You go to their website, there's frequently asked questions. There's all kinds of information and videos. They sent us this book, Brian, this morning. It's a photo album of all kinds of openings of new Scientology centers. They're very proud that they're a growing church. So they're open in some sense, but they made it very difficult, on the other hand, for us to do this story tonight.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, they were not thrilled to know this was coming.
That's an understatement. In the past 24 hours, we have received letter after letter from attorneys for the church, attorneys for Tom Cruise, family members. Within the past hour, I got 2 more letters from family members of Mike Rinder saying that he's a liar and that what he said to us was false. And they asked us not to run this story tonight.
Of course, because of this divorce case, they are squarely in the spotlight. Kate Snow, thank you very much for your reporting on this tonight.